You're dead! Squall Fury! Know your place! Behold! Unsightly insects! Squall Fury!
Too late for regrets. We'll see about that. Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this gift.
Cyclone!
We'll see about that. Dare to mess with me? Eat this! Gears of the storm. Gooba, get them! Truth repeats its course.
Can't fool me!
100 years have passed, yet there hasn't been any change to those dumb rules at the academia. What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam Farozan, and I'll see if I can pick that up. Academic research isn't some kind of fad. Topics don't just go in and out of fashion. I haven't been a child for many, many years, so I don't see any reason to be excited about the rain. Whoa! What? There's nothing wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an older age. How beautiful. How awe-inspiring. Achoo! Yes, and very cold-inducing as well. How cozy. A breezy open environment really is the best. Hey, how did we circle back here again? Youngster, there's nothing quite like an enthusiastic greeting to start your morning. I'm starting to get hungry. How about we go get something from the Grand Bazaar? Don't act so surprised. Scholars of every... This ancient text is making my head spin. What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based... Serious question. Why don't you become my student? I'll tailor research topics to your needs and thoroughly explain Going forward, Kasharawar will be the only darshan dedicated to the study of mechanisms. If you ask me, the Kasharawar scholars have gotten way ahead of them. Those geezers at Haravatad love to decline my funding requests with the excuse that my research is becoming too niche and impractical. By that logic, since we're still the darshan with the lowest enrollment numbers, we might as well close our doors altogether. I've visited numerous ruins of all interested in my story. Well, Madame Faro, some greedy merchants and mercenaries tried to hawk antiques of unknown origin in Port Ormos at exorbitant prices. But their goods are nothing more than second-hand 100 years ago, my greatest source of frustration was my inability to decipher. You can improve the aroma of batter several times over if you bake it in the oven. Next time we're in the kitchen, I'll make some for you so you can... There's a new dessert that they call Padisara pudding. Who decided to create it? Shouldn't puddings be made with rice? These culinary innovations are really getting out of hand. Ugh. Thank you. But there's really no need to share it with me. Even if you made it yourself. This is tastier than the food at the most historic establishment. The appearance? Happy birthday. Here's a small toy for you. It's an... Too late, dare to mess with me. Gears of the storm. Have fun with this truth repeat. A historical art? Hey, find that was what... Here you go. This setback, don't care. Watch it. The puzzle. No, wretched dastard. Need the help of an elder, huh? Been a while since I've limbered up. Sure. I'll hang out with you youngsters. Aren't you? Aren't you an energetic youngster? So enthusiastic. even about collecting materials. You want to learn some Favonian blade work? All right then, I'll teach you.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay! That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything. Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
All right, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, this is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck.
So what, for the love of... traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal, and...
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my
hold on, Sawada. Don't you think...
Well, fair point. In that case, please...
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, but in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabukimono lived in Tatara Suna for a while before...
So first this strange person goes miss.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked, even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge...
Wait, so there are 2 missing people?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, basically, this Niwa... Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time...
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left...
Oh, yes, of course! How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies.
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human, but a puppet.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the...
No! Paimon just meant,
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazu...
Oh, and please read... Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative... Oh, how about if I plug the hole...
wait! You're allowed to just...
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at...
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay!
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the Balladeer, doesn't it? Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see. Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in Did he escape or... Ah!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly. Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him. He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. It seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assign. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going